I swear to God. I swear to God, this has been probably the most frustrating thing that I've had to do in a long, long time. But it's finally done. I think it's finally working. Pushing the stream capabilities to the limit. And all I want to do is just test it so I can go to bed. It's almost 5 in the goddamn morning. I have to get up in about 5 hours. And this has taken days. Can't you tell? Can't you tell by the amazing quality? I think it's good though, but it's we pushed it to the max, to the limit, and now we're just gonna give a little test run at 4:40 in the goddamn morning. What else you gonna do? Watch someone sleep? Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's check a few things. Make sure the multi-streaming is working as it's intended. If there has been anything more difficult, it's been that. Okay, good. This is working. Oh, that's me in the background. We can mute that. That's nice. Okay. I think it's all working. I think we're forging ahead. Slowly but surely. There isn't much. If you're here actually watching this right now, you're not. It's not gonna be amazing. This is to prove that this works. So then going forward, I can sit down and just do this whenever I want to do it. Without having to sit around and tinker with shit. Oh, the tinkering. I hate the tinkering. And then on top of it, you gotta be able to combine this with the other thing. And make it work. Because I want it to work by just a simple click of a mouse. And switch it all over and be ready to go. Oh my God, this is taking me days. Days! For the love of Christ! I don't think it's ever... Oh, this isn't working. This thing isn't working, though. Okay, so we found one thing that's not working. Good to know. Good to know. Hold on a sec. Now does it... No, it doesn't work. That doesn't work. Does any of it work? Does this work? Oh! Okay, so this does work. Okay, that's good. That works. That's a win. I consider this a win. Then we go back over here. Oh my goodness, it works. Jesus Christ. Oh, the amount of effort that had to go into this. You don't understand. Do you see the shadow behind me? Do you know the time and energy spent to make that happen? For the love of Christ? Oh my God. This is unbelievable. Alright, so this works. So this part doesn't work, though. These buttons don't work. I wonder why. Oh, I think I fucked it up. Let's try it now. Let's see now. No? No, it's just not gonna work. Does it even work when I open it? You're gonna see. This will be interesting. How about now? No, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. How about now? Nope. 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 Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Does it work if I actually push the buttons? How about now? Nope. Nope. No, none of the hotkeys work. Alright. That's a small problem we can fix. We can fix hotkeys. We can set the hotkeys. It's supposed to be keyboard F2. Should bring us here. F2 is not recognized. So maybe that's just a general issue. Alright. Nope, just see you saying how about now. No, since you love figuring out tech stuff, might have to pick your brain for some stuff for Tequila's stream. You can pick my brain, lift up your robe, but there's no lifting it up. You're not gonna see much. It's not gonna be all that crazy. Alright, so now, you don't understand, what is involved here. I think this looks good for what it is. There's been updates across the board. I think right now we're streaming consecutively. Kick is working. YouTube is working. Yep, YouTube's working good. Alright, awesome. And then Rumble's a bitch. Rumble is a pain in the ass. If you ever stream on Rumble, the thing they gotta fix is the fact that their the stream key resets every time. So you have to go into your settings and dump that fucker in there every single time you want to stream. Oh, and then they have some weird fucking option where you have to go and just you have to upload a fucking GIF. You have to upload a GIF before you can stream. And so a lot of my graphics are motion graphics, which are large files. They're 800 megabytes for a 10-second loop, because that's how they get kicked out of After Effects. Well, that takes forever to upload every time you want to do a stream, so I gotta convert. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. So Rumble, we gotta figure out a nice. Because here's the problem: I won't do this if it's too complicated. They need it to be easy, because we're moving to 4 days a week. Am I on OBS now? Oh yeah, we're on OBS Studio. Oh my goodness, you should see. I'm gonna do a little screenshot of what we got here. Where's my little snip tool? I'll upload it in. I pushed the limits of OBS. The amount of graphical, I've got so many, I had to trim down on some of the docks. We had some major docking going on, just major docking. So much docking now. Hold on a second, let me go save this to desktop. And then I'll pull this. Let's see if we can add in an image. Let's go here. I still gotta change the stinger. Okay, that's good to know. And then... it was a pretty gay spaceship. If I wasn't on Twitch, I could tell you some other words, but Twitch is a little sensitive. The other sites don't seem to give a care. Alright, let's see. We got an image. We're gonna do an image, and we're gonna find it. So this is what it looks like. This is a good test here. Screenshot. Boom. Okay, so this is what my OBS looks like. This is what it looks like. Oh, this isn't even all of it, because it's a 4K monitor. So this is... So you see all this? Let's move this up. So this is what we got going on here. We got our vertical going on. We got our horizontal. We got the kick chat. We have some other chats over here. We have fucking all the different scenes. And this is... And for some reason, it always reformats everything. So this is the insanity going on here. This thing would crash on me. I had more shit on... I had docks everywhere. You can only do so many docks. You can only do so many goddamn docks. So this is... These are the... I'm gonna try to squeeze a few back in there now that we cut down some of the shading graphics and all that stuff. But goddamn, dude, I have a fucking RTX. What's in this thing? A fucking 3080? Pushed it to the goddamn limit. Alright, now how do I get rid of this thing? There we go. Now it's gone. Yeah, docks. You can do custom docks. So I can have, everything I need right in OBS. That's the move. No, not like scenes. Docks. Docks. You see this? See, everything up top is in their docks, and I have sub-docks within the docks. So there's you can pile your docks on top of each other. For different chats. Yeah, they're like boats tied up. That's what they do. Anyway. Because now it's set. Now I can do everything I want. All I gotta do is sit here. Oh my goodness. Alright. I figured we're gonna try, and then we got some new audio setup, so we're gonna test out this piece too. This is gonna be good. Let's see, make sure this is still working. Gotta change the stinger. And we'll test the main channel probably sometime tomorrow. Well, today, I guess, later today. So we're gonna try this. Let's try turning up the volume here. What's in the item shop? I've got a bunch of V-Bucks that they've been giving me. I haven't done anything with. I don't know. These all kind of look gay. I don't know if I want these. I'm not a Resident Evil fan enough to really care about this. I don't know what this is. I don't know this anime. I don't really watch too many animes. I don't know. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna play as a meat pie? That's just silly. Nobody wants to be Winter Ski. Nobody's like, oh, I want Winter Ski. So what's the benefit over Streamlabs? A lot more customization. A lot more, yeah, you can do a lot more customization. It also runs a lot lighter. So all the shit that I set up, I would not be able to do in, Streamlabs. And Streamlabs runs really, really heavy. So if you don't have a powerhouse PC, good luck. Good luck. So you gotta... But it looks so simple. I know. You think it does. But... There's a lot going... Because each of these elements have different effects on them and things like that. And then it's also making sure that it communicate. The biggest challenge is having 2 accounts tied into one piece of software. I have an old gaming lab. I'm 27 and run Streamlabs just fine. Okay. Well, then keep using it. I don't know. Don't worry about it then. It sounds like it's working just fine for you. Don't worry about it. Yeah. There you go. Alright, now let's see this. Let's see. I haven't played this in forever. I'm probably gonna get destroyed because all the fucking... I'm gonna be going up against a bunch of Russian kids or something. On the other side of the... Well, the Chinese won't let their kids play this late at night or early in the morning. There's extra stuff you could do with OBS. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You could do stuff with OBS. Song requests? Yes, that's another thing that's gonna be able to come back. There's still some tweaks that's gotta get made. But what's nice is now what I do for one, it also does for the other. So it's... You can set custom sound alerts and animations for any amount of bits you want. Yeah, there's some software for that. I haven't got that far. I will say though that upgrading to some the Razer. I usually am not a big fan of Razer. You can have 69 bits and Jim Pembrey pops out, for example. Yeah. There's this piece of software. I think I even paid for it. I just haven't took advantage of it yet. Where you can set basically all sorts of like custom animations and things like that. Right now I'm just using it for the vertical recording. So I can edit clips faster. But yeah. SteelSeries mouse are the best. I don't know. I don't buy things new. Okay, the move is not to buy new. Well, I'll buy them new. But I buy them like with their like open box. You know, that means that like, oh, they got like, you know, that somebody returned it for some reason, but it's still like they didn't actually use it, and it's not broken. I've been buying open box and like certified refurbished for years, and I've only had 3 instances where I didn't have anything work, and was able to solve it pretty quickly. But I don't use SteelSeries. I got years ago when I did a bunch of upgrades, I bought a couple. I got 2 of the Razer wireless mice because I thought that was the thing to get, and I got them for next to nothing. It was like, I don't know, like $40 a piece, and at the time they were like the newest thing. It was like the Razer. Now they got the Basilisk or some shit. I don't know, but this was the Viper. I got 2 Vipers of the same type, and then I got some other Razer, the keyboard, which I do like because it changes the colors depending on the game that I play. And then, but I do like Logitech. So I recently moved over to Logitech, and I got a great deal on that because I got their top of the line ones for cheap because they have the League of Legends branding on it, and for some reason nobody wants to buy it. It's like, well, this is normally like a $120 mouse, and I got it for like, I think I got it just after Christmas for like, I don't know, $40-some, $50, something like that. I was like, fuck yeah, I'll just do that. That's a fucking deal. I don't care if it has League of Legends on it. Sometimes I play that. Whatever. And then there was, what else today? So then I got that, I got the whole set. I got like the headset and the mouse and the keyboard. That's the problem though, I'm a hoarder. Like when I find a deal, I want to get all of it. Like I've been going back and forth on eBay with this guy with his Beats Studio 3s. Those are like the top end ones. And I had a pair last year, but they were stolen from me. And I think that's like the one thing I hadn't bought back. And they go for like, I don't know, they go up to like $200, $300. But Amazon sometimes will have sales where they're like $150, $170. But I found this guy on eBay. He was listed him originally for $124 plus another $15 in shipping. I was like, well, fuck you. This is not for an open box item. I'd get this on Amazon. So I offered him $95. He denies my offer. And then I was like, all right, well, then whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to counter offer you. And then I go, and then I ignore him. And then he sends me an offer for $100 even, but I still gotta pay for the shipping. I'm like, nah, I don't need this bad enough. You gotta make this a sweet deal for me. So I come back, instead of $90, I think I just offer him the same $95 again. I was like, nope, $95. And he denies it. I was like, I guess you don't want to move these things. There's a guy named Melvin. He plays League of Legends all the time. Never gets laid. Man, that must suck. I don't know who that guy is. Because the Melvin I know doesn't really play League of Legends much. He probably gets laid more than he plays League of Legends. I'm gonna be honest with you. Stolen? They might be stolen if it's like that. I don't care if they're stolen. I didn't steal them. I'm just helping someone out. You know, they're trying to sell some stuff. I don't care what they gotta do. If it's open box and brand new, so what? But I'll go to Micro Center too. There's only a few of them across the country, so... Whoa! Who's this guy getting all fucking feisty on me? Oh, you think you're hot shit all of a sudden. Hold on a second. This mouse is a little too sensitive. Hold on. Where's he at? Where you at, you cocksucker? Where are you going? Hey, where are you at? What are you doing? Oh, look at this guy. Nah, this mouse is way too sensitive. I'm missing everything. Fuck. I I gotta find a place to hide and turn the DPI down on this thing. I heard a story about a guy named Melvin who had all kinds of stuff stolen. He's spilling the beans finally the other night. I think he told that story before. I'm gonna be honest, it's tough to maintain character at 5 in the morning. But it's... So, the story goes, this is the story that I heard. I think I could tell the story better than he could. I think I'll tell you this. Is it too much for me? You're gonna go to sleep? Alright, go to bed. Go to bed. See if I care if you sleep. Whatever. Go sleep like a baby. Suck your thumb. Hey, why don't you go suck a thumb? Anyway. So, what is this? This is a porta bunker. That doesn't really do anything to help me. Let's hear the woes of Omen. So, what had happened is, from what I heard via rumor, hold on one sec. No. Let's turn this. Whoa, that's way too high. That's way too low. Is that just right now? Damn, that's the best we're gonna do for right now. Unless I open up. So, do I have a key? Oh, I do have a key. What I need is fucking shield stuff. Oh, you cocksucker. Alright. Start from the beginning. Hold on a sec. We're gonna open up. We gotta go to performance. Let's bring this DPI down. We're at 3,000. I think 2,500 is where we want to be. There we go. Oh, that feels so much better. That thing was like darting around. I couldn't aim worth a shit. Alright, I'll tell you the story in just a second. Hold on a second. Start from the beginning. October 2020, Halloween night. October 2020. October 2020. I don't think that's the beginning of the tale of what we're talking about. So here's what happened. From what I heard via rumor, okay, and you only heard it here. This is the only place you're probably gonna hear this part of the story. So, and what is it? About last weekend of April? Almost a year ago? About a year? In 10 days from now, it'll be the 1-year anniversary of this event, okay? So, what had happened is apparently Melvin was dating somebody, okay? And that relationship was pretty much reached the point of no return. And that there was a decision made, and there was a car was taken along with some money, and it was a moment apparently where he was like, I don't know really what to do next. In this scenario. Plus, this person needs to leave, and they have left, but they're gonna come back, and what do I do in this? So anyway, a deal was struck. Of, hey, it's really tough to tell this part of the story without all the other stuff, but I'm not gonna go into all that. Because I do want to, like, do well in a match here. So, So, let's see. How can I explain this? Okay. So his car was taken. It was supposed to come back. And ideally it would have been that would have been traded for someone to leave. Well, that Saturday, the person who took the car said they were gonna come back. He didn't want him to come back right then and there. He wanted him to take the weekend as originally dictated to him was gonna happen, to live up to their end of the bargain. You took this from me, but you said you're gonna bring it back at the end of the weekend and then be gone? You know, it's the Bronx Tale technique. It's the Bronx Tale. Hey, listen. Car was taken against your will for the weekend. Some money was spent. But at the end of the day, they're out of your life, right? Well, that only works if they hold up their end of the bargain and they leave. What had happened is, he got a call at about sometime at night, frantic crying on the side of the road because the car had rolled over. Well, but Melvin is not dumb, okay? He's got some street smarts. $20 is the price to get them not to bother. Yeah, well, I think inflation had increased since then. I think the price tag was about 1,000, but that's, hey, it is what it is. So, Melvin's no dummy. And he's been around street people before, and it's like, yeah, maybe there's an accident, and maybe I need to go, or he's got to go rescue this person. Or maybe it's a setup, because it's not far from a not-so-great metropolitan city in that state. So maybe he goes and shows up expecting to pick somebody up, but there's somebody there to rob him further, or to hurt him, or something like that. You never know. Now, fortunately, that wasn't the case. But again, you know, Melvin's no dummy, so he's gonna be prepared. Well, fortunately, somebody had come over for the first time ever. First time I ever met this, or he ever met this person. I know, can you believe it? Vapor Skill, thank you for the follow. So if you can believe it... Hold on one sec. Let me swap this over. Alright. So, if you can believe it. I don't know if you can believe it. Can you believe it? If you can believe it. So, this person comes by for the first time ever. It is a friend of, I guess we'll call a friend, that's a whole nother story on its own of who the person was that had the connection to this person, because it was not the person that took the car. So this person comes by and seems to be a pretty decent, regular Joe. Right? Pretty decent regular Joe. Well, this happens, gets the frantic phone call. This new regular Joe who shows up. We'll just call him Regular Joe. Or Regular Joey for short. Just Regular Joey Saperstein. And so this regular Joey is hanging out and he's like, hey, you know what? If it makes you feel any better, I got a knife on me. You can take that with you. And I was like, he was like, all right, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll take this knife. And the thing is the mutual person between the new regular Joey who showed up and the bridge between Melvin and this regular Joey, that other person had fallen asleep in the chair in the living room. So wasn't there to see this, because that person apparently was very tired for some reason. I don't know why. Well, I think he found out months later why, but that's a whole nother story. So, Melvin leaves. Goes and finds this person who took his car. Very upset. They gotta go find some other things that were left on the side of the road that were taken after the car was towed. And gets a call. by this regular Joey. And this regular Joey says, hey, is everything all going all right? Melvin's like, yeah. Really appreciate the fact that he actually called in. Just met this person. Called him. Checked on him. You all right? He says, hey, man, did you a favor while you're out. Put your dishes in your dishwasher. Left the 2 people in his house. Yes, there's 2 people in the house. Now, the one person was actively paying rent to me in the house. It was someone to be thought to be trustworthy. Extremely. And at this point, and even after this point, did not prove to not be trustworthy. We don't have to worry about that person. So I was figured, okay, everything's fine. That's what you would think. So Melvin then drives home, takes this person who's been obviously concussed, has been on the side of the road, and doesn't know what to do. It's like, do you gotta take this person to the hospital? Do you have to, do you not have to? I can't quite kick them out onto the side of the road right now, because they're all concussed. And then so anyway, he goes to bed, puts this person into the bed to sleep. He's sitting there being like, what is going on with my life right now? I am not in control of things. And then he's hearing his sliding glass door open and close. And open and close. Yeah, what a nice fella to do the dishes. Absolutely. So, opening and closing. Now, Melvin has cameras around his house. Security cameras. Put them up for reasons that'll be told maybe in another story down the road. But completely unrelated to all of this. And so he looks on his phone and he sees the person going into their car. He has a detached garage. Melvin has a detached garage. This person parked in front of his garage because Melvin likes to park in his garage. Now that he owns a home, he doesn't like to park in the street anymore like he had to for so many years. So this person, he sees is putting something into the back seat. And he watches him go in, and he goes back out. He puts something else in the car. And then this regular Joey, who's putting these things into his car, looks up at the camera, realizes there's a camera. And, hold on. And then he goes back to doing what he does. Now, Melvin, unfortunately, didn't have his eyeballs in. He didn't have his contacts in, and he didn't have any glasses this time because they had broken. Due to something completely unrelated to all of this. And so, he's adamant, though, that something's up. Something's amiss. So he goes downstairs to his studio, basement, theater room, and he notices, wow, there's a $2,000 gaming laptop that's gone. Hey, there's no Nintendo Switches that he keeps for research purposes only. What's going on? They all seem to be gone. Oh, you son of a bitch, you think... Oh, you fucking... Too busy telling the story. Fucking... Anyway. So... He goes and he sees all this, and regular Joey's outside still. And regular Joey... I don't know what he's up to. I wouldn't know because I wasn't there, but Melvin doesn't know what he's up to either. So he goes out there and he goes, hey man. I see you here. This is Melvin speaking. I'll do my best Melvin impression. You want to hear a Melvin impression? Listen to this. He goes, hey man, I know that you took some stuff, and you're putting stuff in there, so, why don't you just give it back and turn around and leave? That's what Melvin said. And and this regular Joey goes, no, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? He's like, I seen you in there, putting stuff into your car. It's all in, so why don't you just give me back the laptop, give me back the Nintendos. Oh, I don't have it. Back and forth they go. And Mel's getting pretty adamant about this. And he's like, dude, I looked at it, and the guy's like shuffling stuff, trying to do like a little bit of a 3-card Monty deal. Right? trying to go and be like, oh, no, look over here. There's nothing over here. And that's my laptop. And he did have some shitty Lenovo. But that's not the one that Melvin was looking for. So Melvin goes finally, he starts, he goes to him, look. Oh, and but then there's regular Joey, by the way, he also says, you know what, man, hey, you're being a real asshole. I did your dishes, bro. I did your dishes. And you're gonna come out here, and you're gonna accuse me of that, while you got some bitch that's trying to fucking rob you and all this other stuff? And I was like, wow, that's feeling mighty comfortable. That's what Melvin was thinking. He goes, you're feeling mighty comfortable at this. He's like, how about this? I'll give you $100 if I'm wrong. Just pull all this stuff out of your car. I know you're living out of your car because you told me that earlier. Pull all this stuff out of your car. I'll give you $100 if there's nothing of mine in here so you can get a place to stay. How about that? That's my asshole tax. That's what he said to him. And he was adamant not to do it. So, Melvin just starts going in underneath the front seat because he's seen some stuff in there. And lo and behold, there's a couple of HomePod minis. Now, as you heard, Melvin likes to buy things open box on eBay. So when he moved into his house, he wanted a HomePod mini in every room of his home. And he was able to get a good deal on 6 of them for probably like half the cost. But he hadn't installed all of them yet. And there was a couple that were just sitting in the kitchen. Well, apparently those are gone. And this person that's homeless, that's apparently living out of their car, has HomePod minis. In what home do these HomePod minis go to? That was the question that Melvin asked. Then he noticed an Xbox Elite controller was stuffed in there in the case and everything. And there was something else I can't recall off the top of my head when I was told this story. But there was a bunch of things, and he was like, all right, hey, let's get this. So then Melvin goes back in the house to wake up the other guy that's asleep on the chair and says, hey, get up. Your friendly buddy is robbing me. And he goes back outside, and he starts to make his way back to the car to go start digging. And then the guy's, regular Joey's all of a sudden getting really, really mad. He's like breathing heavy. He's like, bro, you're being an asshole. I can't believe this. And he was kind of trying to boss up on him. And Melvin wasn't having that. He wasn't having that at all. And he was like, step aside, and started digging back in the car. And the person who was asleep and now awake goes and calls the cops. And as soon as regular Joey sees this, regular Joey flees. And he fucking tears it out of the fucking driveway with Melvin barely not hanging onto the car. Cops come and investigate. And so that's what happened. And then it was an accounting of all the things. Then the cops went and they found the car, but the things were already gone. And then the detective was like, would you like to press charges? And Melvin was running through his head. He's like, well, I have a bunch of other legal things to take care of, and I ain't gonna get any money out of this guy. He's probably already sold it. So, and I don't want to have to deal with going to another court thing over this asshole. So he just let it go. Until the story that he told on Keegan's stream the other night, where all of a sudden regular Joey shows up at his parents' house. And he's giving word about it and drives all the way up there in rush hour traffic. So anyway, nope, the robbery had nothing to do with the ex-girlfriend. It was some fucking asshole that chose probably the worst point in time to fucking make that choice. And that's why Melvin took the first opportunity he could to drive all the way up there, hopefully goad him into hitting him, so he could then try to beat the shit out of him. I don't know, the guy was pretty jacked, honestly. I think he does steroids to some degree. Illegally, because he's short, though. He's got the short, and he's able to, because I don't know how if you're kind of homeless and doing drugs, that you're ripped on a regular basis outside of just doing steroids. So, anyway, that's what he did. And he goes up there, and he does all that, and that's the story. I think that's the whole part of the story. Melvin became Sam Jackson at that point. Probably, yeah, a little bit. And Melvin called him some names, can't be repeated here. And told him to never show his face around again. Melvin may have also reached out to somebody that, is... Melvin may have reached out to somebody that is not a fan of that show Sons of Anarchy because he feels that that show did a very bad job of representing a certain lifestyle that they take part in. And maybe the word has been put out about that guy. He tried to burn down the house. Oh, that was his ex-girlfriend. So yeah, it was a hell of a two. Yeah, that kicked it off. That was like, I believe it was around April 29th. And the chaos ensued from like April to, I think it all kicked off on like the 27th, 28th, and it ensued until June 1st, between June 1st and June 8th. So that was a hell of a year for him. Did you say they found her on the roof? Well, they didn't just find her up there. I mean, that was... She was... That's a whole nother story. Honestly, it's not the roof angle. It really isn't as interesting as the rest of it. It just... Yeah, and unfortunately, there's a lot more elements at play that cannot be talked about. Because things were come to find out as late that there was some other elements at play that Melvin was not aware of until about December, January. So yeah, makes it a little bit more complicated. Can't quite be discussed yet. So that's the story. I waste my time. That story sucked. Well, I don't know. What did you expect at 5:30 in the goddamn morning on a PNG tuber's channel playing Fortnite? What did you expect? You got exactly what you fucking deserved. That's recent. Yes, it was recent. Oh, yes, it was. And that's also why Melvin's schedule has been a bit erratic. But now, that is all done. And that is all in the past. And everything is moving forward. And that is why we're moving to a schedule that's going to be about 4 days a week. We're looking probably at some sort of schedule that's like somewhere like a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday-ish. Depending on some things that are coming up. Or it might become like a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday. Depending. We'll see what that's about. Thought Melvin was going to be getting molested or something funny like that. No, it really wasn't that funny of a story. But unfortunately, you're just getting like there's snippets. You're getting very small snippets. It's a very tangled web. And very unfortunate. And unfortunately, that whole thing's probably set Melvin back about 4 years. Financially. And at least a year of actual productivity. So, congratulations, you received 100 messages today with a restream chat. Sweet. Look at that. Really, this channel, we gotta be able to get I gotta get the stream days up. I hit all the other qualifications, just not streaming enough. So this will count as a stream. I need 6 more after this. So how come the ex never joined in on his stream? That was Melvin's choices or hers? a little bit of both. She didn't really get it. And then didn't get it. She got it, but she didn't like it because it made her insecure. And it was a constant source of argument. And I think it was because it's a common issue. And it just affected Melvin. It's really fucking me to speak in the third person. So it really affected Melvin in a way, in a very small scale. But he's seen it before, where women come around. See, women are great clout sponges. That's what they love to do. And they love to be part of, like, any sort of social circle. And they don't need to necessarily, have any talent. But as long as they're... Be careful. These are broad... This is Calvin talking, not Melvin. We don't gotta worry about that. They don't have... As long as they're, like, around somebody that's doing something, typically they feel okay with that for a while. But then sometimes reality sits in that they're not really, like, doing much. And on top of that, their significant other gets way more attention than they do. And that bothers them. And then that's where the arguments start, and there's all sorts of, like, vague threats of untrustworthiness and so on, and really just pushes people out of those relationships. Melvin's seen it happen on all kinds of grand scales, and unfortunately it happened to him on a very small scale. That was at least part of it, from what I gather. So, I've had women jealous over anything that takes my time away from them. Yeah, made her feel not needed. Yeah, because it was. See, Melvin had a great line he tells girls when they get jealous, where they're like, "Hey, you don't have to worry about me leaving you for..." Here, I'll do this great... There's a great impression of Melvin saying this. He'll say this to women. He'll go, "You don't need to worry about me leaving you for another girl. You need to worry about me leaving you for me." I think that's the quote. Almost verbatim. And that's the truth. 'Cause he'd rather just do his own thing peacefully than deal with the fucking insanity of someone's insecurities over dumb shit. Oops. Alright, we're gonna switch this one. I don't like that guy. Oh, you son of a bitch. Get back here. Got him. Got him. So that's why. But she would help him with his streams and made him food. She helped make a big joke card for Bobby. But then all of a sudden, once she wasn't part of it, the attention wasn't on her. It was an immediate fight. And you can only do so much to try to make someone happy. It's a Havoc suppressed. I thought it said HVAC suppressed. I was like, what does this have anything to do with heating and cooling? I don't understand. Oh, I'm dead. I made it to 17 before I fucked it up stupid like that. I missed my jump. That's pretty good, though, for 5:30 in the morning. Alright. I'm gonna do one more, and then that'll wrap it up for the night. I think the stream looks good. Let's take a look here. That's the YouTube. YouTube's looking alright. It's got a big lag. Oh, wait, no. YouTube has a DVR function. That's why. Kick. Kick looks good. Twitch looks good. Nice. I'll take that. I think Melvin will enjoy that video. Yeah. I think the Facebook one, I think. Yeah. I can't believe you got fucked by 2 people at the same time. Yeah. Well, I didn't. But he did, yeah, for sure. He definitely did. Yep. Yeah, it was a big deal. It was a big deal. Well, come to find out there was a third, but that he didn't find that out till a lot later. No. No, she didn't do that. She burnt too many bridges. She burnt it. There was no way she could even do that. And she didn't want to. She didn't, honestly, there's a lot missing. There's a lot missing out of that story, unfortunately, that it can't be discussed right now. Where she's not innocent by any means of a lot of the things that were happening. But, she truly, she did, oddly enough, in her own way, she did, I guess, love Melvin enough to not actually want to hurt him. Melvin had to play his card. He had to have a strong hand. As far as I'm making a card game analogy. This is not an analogy to a pimp hand. And he had to play a strong hand, just to make sure, because he's a type. Melvin's the type of, like, once he sets his mind to something, that's all he's gonna be able to do. He can't stop. You can't stop that ball from rolling. And it's all he'll obsess on until it's done. And he'll want to make sure that every angle is covered. And that's what he did. And it's good that he did, because if he didn't, he could have been convinced to let it drag on. Except it only had to last about a little over a month. So. Yeah, so it was, yeah, because he had gotten some letters that were sent from jail, kind of confirming some of these things. Still not fully taking accountability, though, so there's still some major emotional, maturity that's missing from this person, but yeah, it was just it was a lot of craziness. It was just an unwellness. And then now knowing also some other factors contributing to that makes a lot more sense. So I think a year ago I said, give it a year, I could tell the story. But unfortunately the story didn't really end until, like, December, January. So you're gonna have to wait till Christmas. Maybe that's the next box opening. There we go. Got him. I'm sorry to hear that happen to Melvin. He didn't deserve that. No, he didn't, but it is what it is. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. Whoops. Wrong button. Don't trust anybody. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter how close they are to you. Yep. Alright, watch this. Damn it. Now I'm not gonna get him because he's... Oh, maybe I can. Got him. But anyway, it's onward and upward. That's the idea. This project, this new stream setup project, has been the big thing that's been on the list to be like, oh well, I don't want to get anything moving. I don't want to get anything going. And now that this is basically 90% done, we can kind of get everything going. And honestly, I think the Keegan Street, the subathon was really good timing because it took a lot of the pressure off of like, oh man, you know, people are gonna forget. People are, you know, I'm missing out on it. It's like, no, there's already like a big event going on. Everybody's satiated. Everything's happy. So we'll keep it moving. I've been screwed over by the worst by the people who swore they love me forever. Bitches, man. I know, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So. And on top of that, you know, and listen. He's been able to bounce back. And, there's been a little bit of action. Nothing promising, though. A lot of it isn't even like, a lot of it is, some of it's he's not even proud of. He's just like, just, you gotta do it just to feel good, you know, kind of thing. Obviously, there's always that story, and there's always the story of like, well, there's always like the thing of, have you ever had this happen when you were younger? Or maybe just sometime in your life, out there dating, where there's always like somebody that you're like, you know what? I think this is the one. I think they think that this is it, but unfortunately there's a lot of circumstances that aren't allowing said thing to happen. And it's frustrating because you can't, there's just nothing is gonna let it happen. Nothing, you're just, and you know, both of you know that there's something there, but the timing is just the worst. And so, what is nice is when it's like, okay, well, you know, like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna give up on that dream of being with this person, and you find someone else, and then you're like, oh, okay, great. And then all of a sudden, that doesn't go so well. And then you're like right back to where you started. And you're like, well, fuck. And then it's like, but you don't want to fall back in the trap. Because it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. Because it takes two to tango. Tequila said his sister could do worse. When Radham said her and Melvin had chemistry. I don't know if to take that as a compliment or an insult. Well, Tequila's sister's very nice. Very nice lady. Heard nothing but good things. So I think that's been Melvin's biggest challenge, is trying to just keep from falling into old traps, you know? And trying to, you know, meet new people on a regular basis. Tequila was saying she has terrible boyfriends, and you would be a huge upgrade? Oh, I mean Melvin now? Yeah, I mean me, but I'm dead already. I'm just in space. Nobody can date me. But yeah, Melvin would be a good upgrade? Well, that's nice to know. Melvin did not know about this. This is news to him. He did not know about any of that. I'll have to pass that on. Let him know. All of a sudden, this turned into a gossip stream. What'd you do? I watched a guy in a fucking avatar play Fortnite and gossip. Alright. What else we got? Let's do that. I'm not, honestly, for as tired and frustrated as I am, I'm actually not doing too bad. Well, the one where I jumped off the cliff was not good, but I'm doing okay. Not a lot of action. I mean, Melvin, well, because Melvin started spilling beans on Keegan's stream the other night, and I thought he might be ready to tell the whole story. Oh, yeah. Well, because the thing is I don't know if how much Melvin told. I don't know if Melvin knew how much he had told in public or not. But he figured that story had reached its conclusion, so that one was a good one to do. I mean, Keegan knew about. He knows about all that and a lot more. So it was a way to kind of, because Melvin was pretty amped. Melvin was ready to fucking. He was ready to lose a fight. You ever been in a where you're like, I don't even give the shit if I get the shit kicked out of me and I lose. I don't care. The fact that I fucking will feel that I'll feel something out of this whole thing just makes it worthwhile. See, Keegan has been ruthless about anything Sonic. Next time Melvin's there, we need to get him to add a Sonic command that does something. What, like more than the Sonic song? Which, by the way, I caught that going off. What was it, 3 times this morning or yesterday morning? Ah, you son of a bitch! I was getting double teamed. All right. Well, I can understand why he's been ruthless though, because he's on the edge right now. He could be possibly losing it. I don't even think possibly is, like, even a fair statement. I think he is losing it. Truly. Just like a Sonic that would drop a Sonic outline in letters or something. Oh, that'd be good. Naruto Shocker is an animal. He is. I seen he was doing the Sonic song and then the Mario scream, one after the other. One after the other. He's stuck on Datterall. Oh, yeah, that's another one. Because I check in on him throughout the day, and I've noticed that the Datterall is not leaving. He is... I'm telling you this right now. You can quote me. You should clip it. Clip it and send it to him. Oh, wait, what did I do? Uh-oh. Oh, wow. I didn't know that button did that. That's pretty cool. Found out something new. So you can clip this and send it. This is how it's gonna end. This is how this subathon is gonna end for him, okay? He's going to be in a hospital, doing Datterall, picking up eggs, talking to a chat that isn't there, and people are going to come by and just leave pills. And they'll put them in fortune cookies. So he knows he needs to eat them. That's what he's going to end up doing. This is how it's going to end. He is going to have a psychotic break. I'm telling you, it's not going to be good. But you know what? It's commendable. He's putting in the work. Putting in the work. I think this thing is good. How many hours does he have left? Does anyone know? Does anyone know how many hours he's got left? Let's check in on him. Hold on. 13. He's still got 13 hours. He was down to 4 this morning. Back up to 13. And you know that number's going to go back up again. Oh, wait, let's what did I get to unlock here? Kind of rewards. Oh. Why did it... Oh, it's because this was playing. It only does one at a time. I see. It went up to 20, I thought, earlier. Oh, did it? Oh, and then if there's any sound alerts, that's another thing. You know? Let's see what he's, By the way, Microsoft Edge, great web browser. It's moved everything over there. Yeah, what is he doing over there? What is he doing? Oh, look. It popped right up. Oh, look! It's Melvin. What are they watching over there? Where's the sound at? There's no sound. There's no sound. It's really quiet. Is it his stream that's really quiet, or is it?
The algorithms really understand my type, which is so scary to me. So goddamn scary.
Because I've got like the volume to the max. I was watching a guy get shot for the orbit. His stream is quiet. Okay.
And on YouTube, they keep trying to.
Because like,
especially in the
this is the volume comparison.
They always want to put
right. This is the volume here, max, and over here you can't see, but the fader's all the way up.
Girls, they try to push on
the music that we were listening to is this loud in comparison.
Like this. And it's such a weird thing. Like it's especially Instagram in particular. Instagram is really aggressive with it.
This is the. Yeah. That's the difference. I think he's cheating. I think he keeps the volume low so the sound alerts don't wake him up. You should call him out on that tomorrow.
She's a big deal because she's in that show Wednesday. That fucking Jenny Ortega. Do you know this? You know who this is?
But I like that they're just you guys. You know what I like? I like that he gets to fall asleep to.
And I will say,
to Melvin.
She's a cute girl. By all means, I have no complaints there.
If a sound alert comes in, it fucks up your speakers. Oh, does it?
Official Instagram,
ah.
like the fan pages. So they're like, so it doesn't look as obvious that it's like an actress. So I didn't catch on right away. But it just keep inundating me with like, here, check out this picture. You know, this is what your suggested thing.
Well,
like, okay,
I think that was.
Honestly, this is what's so scary about it.
I think we accomplished what we could do today. This was great. This was a great test. How long did we do here? We did about an hour. Okay, that's fair. That's a lot more than I was planning on doing. So everything seems to work. I'm gonna check the recordings. I'll check my VODs, and I think we're gonna. This is it. Then I think we're good to go. I think. It'll be a Melvin test stream, and then I think we're good. It's, the news system is up. A few little tweaks, but we should be good. Multi-streaming, getting out there. Gotta get out there. Gotta put the word out. So, with that, let's get into a raid. How do I raid from this setup? How does one raid from this setup here? Ah, here we go. All right, we're gonna go raid into Keegan. I gotta go to bed. He's gotta get up, play some sound alerts, and I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you for hanging out at fucking 5:48 in the goddamn morning.